I've been using OCD pellets for years. Originally, I started using them for the horses that we were going to put in the 2-year-old training sale, so I'd put them on them as yearlings, and just had remarkable success at horses not getting sore shins on it. It seemed like it really helped them along, because that's probably the most strenuous thing you can do to these young horses, getting them ready for the sales. And I was trying to take any advantage I could, and the OCD pellets was something I experimented with and had a lot of success with it. I have well over 60 horses on it. I have all my yearlings on it, all my 2-year-olds on it, quite a bit of the race horses on it. So yeah, probably over 60 horses right now.
I started using it probably 10 or 12 years ago, something like that, and I used it on babies, especially with physitis and sesamoiditis, and saw some good results with that. And I'd done a lot of joint injections in the past, and I would recommend to use Cortiflex after the injections, and I found out that that made the injections last longer, if that makes sense. And then I found out that OCD pellets, Cortiflex was actually one of the ingredients, so I started recommending it in performance horses. Here at Eric's barn, I'm seeing a lot less incidents of buck shins than I've seen in other training barns. So I think that has something to do with it, so I strongly recommend it.
It's a lot more beneficial for the horses and the client, especially expense-wise. I mean, if you stop and realize when they get these shins and you have to back off them, it's thousands of dollars before they can really go back into regular training and get them back to where they were before that happened. I don't think there's anything in this business foolproof, but it's as closest thing I've ever had to helping me with shins, and you know, I've been a firm believer in it for years.
On the high performance horses, show horses, jumping horses, and racing horses, we have had to change how we can inject and how often we can inject over the years, which is a good thing. And I've just found with using the OCD, I'm having to do it a lot less often, you know, to certain individuals. You know, some that used to have to continue competing at whatever level they're competing in, it might have been 3 or 4 times a year. And now it's down to once or twice a year. And that's with, you know, changing the training and also the supplements like the OCD pellets that we've been using.
Once we realized how good a horse for strike was turning out to be, I just thought it was smart to give him anything that, you know, was going to be beneficial to the long term, because I knew he was getting ready to go into a real grind, getting ready for the Derby. That's probably the hardest process any horse will ever go. So you know, we needed to do anything we could to get him through the process of the Derby, Triple Crown, whatever was coming. And he's had them for the Derby, the Belmont, the Travers. I mean, we take them with us, his container, his name's on it. You know, if you can keep anything in a routine with a horse that's traveling and running in that competition, that's best, because anytime you deviate from that in any way, it can affect him. Every race he's run this year, he's gotten better and better. His maturity is getting better. His body's growing. His legs look like the legs on a 2-year-old, not a 3-year-old that's been through the campaign he's been through. And you know, I think this OCD pellets have a lot to do with keeping these horses together. OCD pellets, to me, are the essential part of the supplements to a horse's diet.